Yo ho, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Yinzer on Hockey. So, before we begin, make sure you go down below, click that like button, hit the subscribe button, and click the little bell so you stay up to date on all of the off-season happenings for all 31 NHL teams. So, today I want to do a little bit uh, off topic, away from the ice kind of conversation, and that is obviously the Erik Karlsson and Mike Hoffman and the entire Ottawa Senators organization basically try to encapsulate the dramas that's going on with their organization in the past few months. So let's try to go back and start at the beginning. First off, I want to say it was late December, early January. Erik and Melinda Karlsson had a stillborn child. And I would offer my sincerest condolences. Not that I ever think Erik Karlsson's going to watch my videos, but as a father, I couldn't begin to imagine how that would affect me. So, huge condolences to him and his family. And upon those events, apparently there was some cyberbullying, some internet trolling type stuff going on the Karlssons' various social media accounts, and we'll get to that shortly. So after that, come the trade deadline, and there was a lot of speculation about whether or not Erik Karlsson would be traded. I guess Vegas had a huge offer on the table. One of the big sticking points was promising young prospect Cody Glass being part of the package, and Vegas refused to include him in that deal, and that kind of was the sticking point for that trade. So, fast forward a little bit to mid-May, and there was some off-the-record comments from Daniel Alfredsson, the longtime Ottawa Senators captain, stating that he believed that the Ottawa Senators should investigate finding new ownership and possibly selling the franchise and moving on from Eugene Melnyk. And, that kind of raised some eyebrows from the Senators fan base and from people around the league as to, this is a guy that spent the majority of his career with the Ottawa Senators, and now he's sitting here saying that, maybe poor ownership is the problem with the Ottawa Senators. Along with that topic, there has been speculation and discussion that the new arena deal that Ottawa had worked on to get the Senators arena moved closer to the downtown Ottawa area so that the attendance would be more amicable for people to get in and out of the arena, to avoid long travels and such. That was apparently, the mayor has withdrawn that offer, and Eugene Melnyk is not willing to negotiate with the current Ottawa mayor over whether or not they should pursue new options for arenas more in the downtown Ottawa area. So that's something that's going on behind the scenes and off the ice as well. Now, to current day, yesterday there was a story that broke that Erik Karlsson's wife has filed paperwork with the courts accusing Mike Hoffman's girlfriend of launching a campaign of internet trolling and internet harassment against the Karlsson family during their tragedy with their unborn child, or with their stillborn child. And this is something that, to me, if proven true, is quite possibly the most despicable of circumstances. I can't imagine how a person can wish ill will upon people who just lost the opportunity at the greatest joy of their life. And from a parent, believe you me, it is the greatest joy of your life. Being a father, being a parent is the most ecstatic thing that you'll ever endure in your life. So for them to harbor ill will or even generate this type of content, if proven to be true, beyond a shadow of a doubt, this is just a deplorable human being. And I don't know what you say to a person like that. I don't know what their mental state or mental capacity is to even harbor these thoughts towards a family that just lost a child. So now you move on to the situation that Ottawa currently finds themselves in. You have Mike Hoffman, who is in his current situation. He has 2 more years remaining at about $5.2 million on his contract. And I've read across various medias, TSN, Specters Hockey, and other media that is evaluating. I know that Ottawa is evaluating the possibilities of trading Mike Hoffman, and Darren Dreger mentioned in an article a few days ago that they are working to have a trade done before the trade deadline, but that article was published a few days before all this news broke, and I don't know how teams approach the possibility of bringing a Mike Hoffman in to their organization. So that leaves you with the only option of possibly moving Erik Karlsson with 1 more year remaining on his contract before he hits unrestricted free agency. And knowing now with the situation that's presented and teams understanding that Ottawa probably has to move one of these two players, I think the market for moving Erik Karlsson is wide open. There's obviously going to be many teams investigating this possibility, but does Ottawa have to take less to move Erik Karlsson now because of this situation? I know you would have to suspect that there was, at a minimum, probably you're looking at one of the top 10 draft teams looking to grab a piece like him with prospects and even more future draft considerations. So possibly 2 to 3 draft picks, 1 or 2, high-level AHL, possibly NHL caliber prospects in the mix as well. Now what does that value entail now that you know their desire and their intent to move a guy like Karlsson? Because this locker room obviously cannot coexist in its current form. I know, it's going to be tough to gauge what the value is and whether or not Ottawa is able to get a fair value for Erik Karlsson now. So, maybe it was a missed opportunity with the Vegas trade at the trade deadline. That we'll never know. We'll probably never hear the full details of what was offered then. Are teams willing to go after a Mike Hoffman? He's a very talented scorer. He knows how to score goals, knows how to move the puck. He's very talented. Are they able to move a guy like him, who's obviously coming with the baggage? I'm sorry, that's an incorrect term, not the baggage. With the possibly added drama of his fiancée that caused all this unharmonious type situation in Ottawa. What do you get for a guy like Hoffman? I was just talking back and forth with Mike from Top Shelf Hockey. I'll link his channel in the description below. Trying to get him on. Unfortunately, our schedules didn't coexist that we could get an immediate reaction from him, but he's a huge Senators fan. I'm sure he's going to be touching on this topic in his videos as well. You know, just trying to see where the reactions from Ottawa fans are, trying to understand what people's feelings towards this are. If you're a fan of another team, what are you offering to get a guy like Erik Karlsson on your roster now? To me, he's still, I mean, probably the most elite defenseman in the NHL right now. You have to kind of give a king's ransom, but you kind of got to hold, a few cards close to your chest because you understand the situation maybe a little bit. Are you willing to go after a guy like Mike Hoffman, knowing, what's going on with them right now? How does the Ottawa franchise, how do they address the stadium situation now? Does any of this off-ice stuff translate to what they were trying to accomplish with the stadium deal? Let me know all your thoughts on all this stuff down in the comments below. I would love to have a conversation with you guys about this topic. Excuse me. And others. I upload hockey-related content with a fair bit of regularity. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Be sure to hit like and subscribe. Follow me on all the social media. And be sure to check out Top Shelf Hockey and Mike over there. He uploads videos on the daily talking about the draft, speculation videos, stuff like that. Does a lot of great content over there. Make sure you check out his channel. And until next time, have a good day.